off. I did not have a lot of time to cool you down. We did work through the moves pretty good, so you hopefully got some stretches along the way, but we're gonna start sculpt and stretch. This is a good kind of ending from willpower if you've got 2 more minutes. And we're pressing into the thighs. We're pushing those hips back, side to side. Yes, Carol's in the house. Christina's here. All right, we got Terry still here, Lenny, Ann, Jamie, Kathy, Val, Tati, Amanda, Dana, Teresa, Amy B, Tanya, Brittany. There you go, Tanya. 2 out of 5. I'm her coach this month, so I'm like, you're not going down, Tanya. We'll get you there if I have to come to your house and log you in. We're gonna have seasons in our life that change, right? That is constant. So we have to find the opportunities. And sometimes that takes shifting your schedule, shifting your view of what's ideal or perfect, right? Being okay, like, okay, today it was just a 15-minute workout. I'm used to an hour or 2 hours. Guess what? 15 minutes still makes a huge difference. 1, all right, we're gonna come up. We're gonna shuffle, punch. All right, I got a good one today. I just wrote it down this afternoon. I was inspired. All right, Jan, Miley, Tony, Kelsey, Jen, Cam, Christina, Carol, Jan, Amber, Brittany, Tanya, Kathy, Val, Tati, Amanda, Dana, Lenny, Terry. All right, there's 6-minute sets. There's only 3 moves in each set, and we're doing them pyramid style. So it'll be 2 minutes, but it will be broken up into 30 or 60-second intervals. All right, come to the center. Those of you just joining, maybe take a couple jumping jacks, get nice and warm. Go ahead and grab your weights. I've been so sore lately. I think I'm gonna go with a little bit lighter. Last week kicked my butt, so know when you need to ease up too. All right, first set. We have 3 moves, and this will keep warming us up. We have the lateral hops, the cross body punches. You can add a squat, and then we have the opposing arm lifts. So some mobility here. So first minute, lateral hops. I want you to punch, get a little bit of a twist. When you're ready, go. Yes, Heather, back from her trip, making sure she finishes with her team this month. And if you take a trip like that again, Heather, you cannot leave me behind. Look, I have got to pick your brain. That looked like a bucket list trip. She just went to Turkey with her family and did some really awesome adventures. Hiking, biking, swimming. It is like a triathlon in Turkey. There we go. Beautiful, Val. Lenny, 30 more seconds. There you go, Amanda. I saw you needed a few more to get to your goal. I love it. That's why we set goals, team. So that when we want to let ourselves off the hook, we made that commitment. We surround ourselves with a team. We don't let it happen. We got people that are going to keep pushing us, believing in us. You can't be all on your own all the time. It doesn't work that way. 5, 4. Nice, Christina. You're having a good month, Christina. I saw the stats come out the other day. 3, 2, 1. Okay, cross body punch. You can add the squat, or if you had enough squats coming from willpower. I love it. I'm up on Amber's big screen. So move number 2. Beautiful. Yes, Terry. And if you're seated, you can just take the punch. You get a little bit of a twist. 3. Nice, Dana. 2, 1. Back to the lateral hops. Let's go. Last set of these. Can you believe? Or did I? It's a minute and a half of each move. I was like, actually, never mind. We're going to go for the full shabam. This is not your last set of lateral hops. 4, 3. You have 1 more. 1. Cross body punch. Elbows stay high. Step, punch. You can add that squat or, yeah, Carol. Are you back home in Mammoth, Carol? I see some pine trees. I see, boom. There you go, Terry, just like that. And then when we punch, we don't let our body weight fly out. 3, Yeah, Heather. Jen. Tony, look at those. 2, 1. Now, oh, we take it to the opposing arm lifts. And there's no swing here. I always say, try this move without weights. You're gonna have 4 sets of these. Try this move without weights. Feel where you're at. So I'm right here, shoulder level. Now when I pick up the weights, I wanna make sure that I'm still able to do that same range of motion. 2, 1. Okay, this is your last set of cross bodies. Let's go, let's go. Step, twist. So we're punching down in this one and then across in the second one. Ooh, we're feeling this. We've got 10. 4, nice Amanda. 3, beautiful Lenny. I heard it was cold in Arizona. You told me, and then someone posted something funny today. Reach. Cold. It actually cooled off here too, and then it got really nice in the afternoon. Oh man, when you hold those elbows up, you're working on upper back. Beautiful, Kathy. Tanya, yes. Amber adding the squat. Jan going for the squat. Christina, 5. I saw snow in Wisconsin. I guess Colorado got some too, huh? I don't know. I mean, we so 2, 1. The West Coast desperately needs moisture, so I would take snow, and I live in a snow town, as do a lot of you, but I'm never quite mentally ready for that first snow, although it is beautiful. There'll be times in the winter, I'll open that door, and we get like a foot of snow during class or something, and we're like, thank goodness we didn't have to heat up the car. All right, here we go. Last set of cross bodies. Keep adding the squat. I noticed most of you that came to willpower are opting out of adding the squat. There we go. There you go, perfect, Terry. Val, looking good. I see you, Janelle. She's trying to get, Val keeps hiding from you. 2, 1. Here we go, extend. Together, extend. And then check in with your spine. Even in the chair, you can do this. And in fact, you can do this one arm kind of at a time. Take it front to back and then take the other one front to back. There you go. Take the swing out. How are we doing? Jen, Miley, Kelsey, looking strong. Tony. Ooh, I'm getting sweaty. We have 3. This is round 1. We have 2 more rounds. We will be standing the whole time until we stretch. 4. So no planks, no push-ups. 2. 1 more. 1. Quick water break. Yes, rip those sweatshirts off. Like I always tell the morning crew, it makes me feel like I'm doing my job. Gives me that crazy satisfaction when you're all ripping those sweatshirts off. Okay, next up we have biceps, triceps, and squat thrusts. So get started. Still got a lot to get through before we stretch. So 1 minute of curls. And this will be up on demand Thursday. So if you are ending up watching this on demand, this is a good class to kind of take on demand because you can get your strength in. If you're here, you'll hear your name. I know a lot of us, the live is really where it's at, but every once in a while, there might be a season where you need to plug in the on-demands, right? And it's about keeping that consistent habit. Once we lose that, it's really hard. It's much harder to get back than to start, right? So we never want to, the best we can, we never want to have to try to start again. And if you do, you do, but something always beats nothing. Ooh, nice, Carol. I like the pants. I just got some like, they're not pink, but they're like kind of a salmon, brighter color pants than I normally have, and I'm liking them too. All right, 5 seconds. Set the down. There you go, Jen. Nice. I'm looking at Jen was our comeback queen in 2019. I don't know who it's going to be this year. Here we go. Not you, Jen, because you haven't needed a comeback now. So triceps. There you go, Heather. Squeeze. Elbows hug into the body. Bring it in. Press it back. Okay, we're going back to the curls. It goes fast after that first minute. Here we go, back to the curls. This is technically set 3. So no planks, no push-ups, no floor work today. I know a few of you, Jeff, you are like, yes. And that's good sometimes. We don't always need to be. You can call this the no floor sculpt. Actually, I kind of lied. There's one opportunity in this round where you could, if you want, take it to the floor when we get to the squat thrusts. Whew. So I did a circuit like this. It's on our Facebook and Instagram, our main pages. Yesterday, it was 4 exercises, but it was in a circuit like this. And I am good sore. Don't discount these pyramids where you're doing a lot of repetition. Press it back. Let that breath out as you go back. Perfect, Amber. Squeeze, press. Nice, Tony. Look at all these triceps. 3K, squat thrust coming up. 1. So we come down flat back. You do not need to take it to the ground. If you're going back, this is beginning set 1. You can add a row. You could add a push-up. So if you're like, no, I want to go to the floor, here you go. This will please everyone. Bend up the hips, really get into that deep hip hinge. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Those will get me every time. Last set of curls. Bring it up. Slide it down. Last set. Yeah, those weights should be getting heavier. Terry, Lenny. Emmy was writing everyone's names down, and she got to yours, Lenny and Val, because you have Team Awesome on there too. They're like, is that their full name? 3, 2, 1. Woo, squeeze. Squeeze. So press it back. You feel the back of your arm up there at the top. This set's flying by. There you go, nice, Tanya. Beautiful. And I should have said, you can stagger your legs, just switch though. You don't always want the same. Beautiful, Jan. That was fun at the party with Mom and Linda. 1. Okay, this is only set 2 of the squat thrust. We still have 90 seconds of these. Maybe add, like I said, that row at the bottom. You can even take that row from your feet. So you would row, row, squat, thrust. Next, Kathy. 3, 2, 1. Tricep kickback. All right, we're last set of these. You have such a good tricep kickback. Perfect, Tony, keeping those elbows lined up with the shoulders. I was even critiquing, I was watching myself yesterday. I'm like, oh man, a couple times I caught my own elbows swinging out. There you go, Cam. Tanya. 2, 1. All right, final minute. Let's go. Dig in deep, team. 60 seconds. What do you need out of this class? You decide what you need. Sometimes what you might need is to back off a little. Really deep with the hip hinge. Yes, Carol, the hip hinge. Amanda. Oh my gosh, we changed clocks this weekend. We know it's going to be tough, okay? Can't let it be our excuse. My #1 tip, always, any time change, right? Except for Arizona, I'm sorry, it's actually going to be tougher on a few of you because you don't have to shift your whole VFit timing. But keeping your routine, that's the best way you're going to adapt to the time change. So it'll be dark next Tuesday. 2, 1. But again, think about those few VFitters that have to now reconfigure their whole schedule. I just ruined Blenny's night. But you know what? You're good. There's plenty. Oh, I wish we didn't change times. I thought we voted in California not to. Last set. I don't know if we'll be able to get through a full set. Whew. Okay, we have row to fly and then the oblique roll down. This one will be a 4.5-minute set. So grab the weights, we'll do each 3 times. So you're gonna row again. So that's where we start our tricep kickback, right? With the elbows up and squeezed in, and then we'll fly. Nice, Heather. Beautiful, Jan. I love it. I've seen the World Series on a few houses tonight. Multitasking. Feel the upper back. So right here, open the chest and shoulders, fly. You have a full minute, and then you're only gonna have one more set of these. And again, with the staggering of the legs. How are we doing? Good, Terry? Yes. Val. Ooh, look at those arms. Oh, Christina. You look at it, ladies. Are getting Lindsay arms. You got to work for those, right? That's what strength training. You have to have patience, discipline. Ten seconds. Open up big. 3, 2, 1. So the upright row is a good one to put in place if that's bothering you in the front. Okay, oblique roll down to the right. This left arm either reaches away from you, not over your head, or it comes to your hip. Or you just take a side shrug. Woo. There we go, nice, Dana. Reach it away. So reach opposite way. That'll fire up the obliques. Holy cow, I am dripping sweat. 2, 1. Come on back. Row to fly. Might feel a little off balance here. I told the morning crew yesterday, my husband once a year makes this big batch of like demi glaze. It's a bone broth reduction with vegetables, and it's like condensed into a sauce. He makes it like a batch that lasts a year. So I have this huge pan. Oh, Janelle, you're missing it. And it's like a 3-day production. So it just smells like roasted vegetables, which is not bad. Here we go. This time of the night, it's not necessarily the best smell when I'm teaching at 6 in the morning. Woo! So reach it down. Set number 2, we're still going to the right side. Nice and steady. 3, beautiful, Carol. 2, 1, now switch to the left. Squeeze it up. So this right arm is reaching, and I know it wants to pull over, right? It wants to come with you. This is how you fire up the obliques, so keep it away or to your hip. 3. It got so dark at a few of your houses. Amanda, Terry, yes. 1, back to the right side, one more time. This should feel good. This is, if you take my core classes, this is a staple. We're keeping the shoulders stacked. And maybe that shoulder is bothering you by this point. That's where we come right here. All right, it's just about time to stretch. 2, nice, Cam. Jen, you East Coasters, I always have to give you extra praise. It's 9:25 East Coast time, and you're here. Here we go, other side. We'll get that stretch on though to get everyone nice and ready for bed or dinner. So your last about 30 seconds, and then we are done with the strength. That was a good one, right? We got 10 more seconds, my friends. Squeeze this right side up. 5. A lot of repetition. 3, 2, take 1 more. Oh, 1. All right, now we stretch. So we're going to start with a couple standing stretches. Then we'll make our way to our floor. Way to show up, team. On a Tuesday night, again, it's just habits, party routine. It's what we do Tuesday nights. Slide that left shoulder over to the right. And then when it can't happen, right, when maybe you make a plan B, maybe show up in the morning that day or find a different time. And then back to center. Make sure your hands aren't sliding down to your knees, down my thighs. Oh, twist. It is like dark. This is the first time it's been. This will be when we're starting willpower next week. That's crazy. Bring it back. All right, toes forward. Walk it down. You can always hold on to your weights. Love your cervical spine, so let your head hang. And then slightly roll your hips to the right side. So you're just shifting that weight into the right side. And then back to center, over to the left. And come back to center. From here, you can either get into kind of a deep squat to come down to the floor, or safely just come on down to the floor. Onto all fours. And on Tuesday nights, I just leave everything out because I'm right back here at 6 a.m. All right, hands, and some of you are always there with me, so thank you. Arch. This should feel really good. We did a lot in the back. So take it to some big cat-cows. You deserve this part of the workout too. Your body needs this. And then we'll drop our elbows. Maybe slide our knees back just a little bit so that we can press into the forearm. And then from here, you can look up real quick. You can take your hands to this prayer hand, and it's going to stretch that upper back a little bit more. And then come on up. You're going to extend that right arm. Thread the needle of the left arm through. Really good for mobility in the upper back, shoulders. You can take a pillow. You don't need to come all the way down. Long reach, that shoulder rolls back, that chest opens. And taking this time, this might be the first time you've slowed down for yourself today, right? Doing more doesn't win you a bigger trophy. You have to listen. And then come back to center. Go ahead, shift it to the other side. Oh. It all started in willpower last Tuesday night. I don't know what I was so sore from then on. And mostly my upper body, surprisingly. Go ahead, come out of that nice and slowly. Reset a couple cat-cows. Like I said, even though last week's over and it was a super fun, special, festive week, we still have lots to train for, lots to celebrate. Ending in, I gotta keep pumping, I keep forgetting most classes. New Year's Eve, anyone who's new to VFit this year, New Year's Eve, we do a 2-hour party. So 100 minutes is what we did Saturday. That was a lot. Add another 20 minutes. I'm hoping my goal, it probably won't happen, but would be all 12 trainers. Go ahead, pull those knees in. And we do it on New Year's Eve because we actually have a pretty light schedule on New Year's Day. We don't need to wait for New Year. Just rock it back and forth, press that tailbone down. All right, go ahead, press your feet down to the floor. Now your glutes are gonna activate a little bit, but try not to really use them as much as you can. We're gonna lift our hips. You can even press your hands, kind of that low back, and just a really good stretch for the front of the body here. So try not to squeeze, your glutes will engage a little to try to protect your back. But a really good hip flexor stretch. Push up a little higher. And then go ahead, slowly release. Hug the knees in one more time. And it's time to place the feet back on the floor. Arms can open wide, they can come to goalpost. Let the knees fall to the right. Picture your internal organs getting a little cleanse, a little rinse. If you haven't had dinner, your stomach may start growling. Great, spinal twist here. Maybe letting something pass through that's no longer serving you. We talk about that, right? Our body is an incredible machine. It holds on to stuff though sometimes that we no longer need. And then bring it back to center. Coming up to the end here, over to the other side. And quite possibly this is the hardest part of the class, right? The slowing it down. Thinking if you're not doing something, then you're not working. Think about a 100-yard sprint, right? It's probably one of the toughest sporting events and the shortest. I think the fastest person can run it in under 10 seconds or something. But the amount of rest that's needed in order to sprint at that level. And then bring it back to center. So life is a bunch of little sprints. Then we rest. And we sprint. Sometimes it feels like a marathon. And just come to the center, lay on your back. And this is where I'll leave everyone. Please, if you've got a couple minutes, like I said, you're going to sprint faster, you're going to give more, you're going to have a higher quality of output if you take this downtime. Your body will recover better. And I appreciate you all showing up. I will see you next Tuesday. Sorry to bring up the time change, but we will get through it together. Seems to be getting shorter and shorter every year, so maybe they'll just get rid of it soon. Bye, everyone.